Hey guys, this is Nicholas Zanny here, and um, wondering why my voice sounds like this. It's because I'm still recovering from strep throat. Need to really calm this. So, anyways, I'll put that aside. If you read the title of the video, you know oh, there's my slogan poster. Anyways, wondering what I'm do. You probably read the title. This is going to be something very serious, and that is Wally Mansion Network. Now, you may or may not be familiar with it, but it was a multi-channel network when it was active. It's not really anymore. It's supposedly run by Connery, which was there left to run Connery. But anyways, it was run by Geo, Connery, and Waymo. The latter is actually not his real name. I am obligated to not tell you his name, but I can tell you Geo and Connery's name, because honestly, I'm not going to follow by their conditions, because I don't work for them anymore. But there are definitely a lot of problems I have had with the former two. Geo, Connery. So this is just going to be about Wally Mansion Network and my experience. If we saw that WAN TV conflict, here's why it actually happened. This is from my perspective, and I'm pretty sure that Geo and Connery will do a response videos. And I can definitely see them typing in the comments right now. I'm like, guys, just don't. It's just a waste of time, and just listen to what I'm saying before you comment. Okay. So, what was it like at Wally Mansion Network? Well, it was pretty bad. I mean, bad. Like, just, it was not a very comfortable atmosphere to work from. I mean, I only joined because, I wanted to be in the live stream, so that's the only reason I joined. And I thought maybe it would be a great place to distribute my content and give me some clout, because I didn't really have much at the time. But then I pitched films. All were rejected. I mean, all of them. Which, I never got why they did that. Now, there are reasons they did so for a film about World War II I was planning on. I was trying to be as accurate as possible. They were afraid that parents would complain about them and stuff, and like, your films are not that good anyways, so was that gonna change? Plus, it would have been a lot better, and animation wouldn't have been seen just for kids, and GoAnimate would have looked a lot better. But apparently they just didn't, because they want to escape reality rather than relive it. And I'm like, animation's not a genre. It's just to escape reality. It's a film medium that you can do whatever you want with it. And they were not using GoAnimate to their advantage. I mean, you watch their videos again, and you realize just how amateurish they are. And if someone rants about their content, they're just written off as trolls. I mean, come on, they're legitimate people who are criticizing them. Connery said, "How is this our fault?" It's your fault for, well, everything about the film's your fault. Well, mostly Geo's, but yours too. You approved of it as well, so. Now, Geo could do whatever he wanted because he had 70% of ownership of Wally Mansion Network, and Connery and Wayne, they had a mere 15%, which isn't really that significant, if I'm honest. Each, individually. together it's 30%, which again, is not very significant, if I'm honest. So, other problems I have with WAN Network. The fact that their films are I'll talk about how amateurish. Like, they don't use the composition tool to their advantage. They just keep getting kind of repetitive with the grounded stuff. I mean, those videos are getting old. I mean, Canadian Scout really highlights this, so I checked the video out. I'll put a link in the description once I upload this. But he has tips for improving your videos, and I know Geo's content came out, or WAN Network's content in general, came out before Canadian Scout gave out those tips. So they wouldn't know how to better about making a good GoAnime video. So that I'm saying, just make a better GoAnime video. Listen to Canadian Scout more often. And that's probably what their problem was, and time just wasn't kind to them, and they really weren't going to survive after that. Now, kinda it's still alive, depending on who you ask. If you ask members of the BOE, they say it's dead, it's not coming back. Connery says it's still alive, so I don't know who to believe. I mean, if anything, Geo might have just lied to him just to not make him feel bad, so that's at least my assumption. So, there's that Wikia page, which is just basically a war ground between me and Connery. And Connery, just give up on WAN Network, for God's sakes. All you're doing is making crappy YouTube poops, which I've seen that video about Fred, and I mean, I'm not really a fan of Fred, and Annoying Orange is okay, but when you do a YouTube poop, it makes it even more cringe-worthy. And I can't believe there are more people who like it than dislike it. I mean, okay, less people view it, but maybe I should just show it to the world to show how bad the content really is. So, don't bother watching WN movies. They're bad. I do not recommend them. And there was that video, he said when Zelda was ranting on WAN Network for missing deadlines because of school, and she got grounded for it. I'm like, First Amendment, for God's sakes, First Amendment. Okay, Geo, missing deadlines is unacceptable. And I know school is a thing, but just make them during the summer or spring break or Thanksgiving or during Christmas break when you have time. That's my recommendation. Do it when you have time to do it. And you clearly made that bad decision, and it's your own fault, Geo. Colin has the least amount of excuse for his films not being that good because, get this, he's homeschooled. Yeah, you heard me right. He's actually homeschooled. So, that's just not a very... In fact, Wayne's projects weren't going anywhere because the aforementioned deadline misses. And he and I had a bit of an argument. And I did stuff that I really should not have been doing, and I'm not defending. And so he just left. He's like, can't do this. Geo, Connery, I'm not talking to you anymore. I'm quitting. And now he's focused on Sonic. Which, yeah, that thing definitely does need to go into a redesign. And fast. So, were they members that I were friends with? Kai was kind of a friend, Cake Eduardo, Jacob, kind of. Alex was definitely a friend of mine. He's got a music career currently. And still friends. So, you know what they should have just done? They should just said, look, this is just a place where we can distribute we're just going to distribute your content. You're not getting anything in return. I think Geo and Connery should just stop being pushy about what does get released or distributed by them and what doesn't. So that's how I would fix it. That's how they should have run things, and they need to be better about productions. Oh, and Google Hangouts, don't get me started on that. That was awful. Having to be in those places. Hackers got into that, and neither Geo, Connery, Wayne, which I'm not holding anything against him, but neither Geo or Connery or Trey or Colin or that Wayne guy, they didn't really do anything about it. They just shrugged it off and did things that would just make things even worse, and people weren't clicking the link on time, and they deleted the link when the stream goes up. All that to say is people are getting kind of stupid for doing that. It was getting so bad. And I'm gonna say I'm glad that I left that place. I know it hurts a lot of people, especially those higher ups of WAN Network, but I'm done with that. I'm moving on from WAN Network. And I'm not gonna stay in contact with Geo or Connery. They've cut off all Twitter accounts from me, so I can't really contact them, unfortunately. But I'm just gonna have to use this as a mess engine, and WAN Network and Channel Awesome really are cautionary tales on how not to run an MCN. Now, MCNs in general have a lot of problems. T-Series also has some. Looking at you, Barack Kumar, and then Me Too stuff. The tax evasion and pirated songs. But anyways, this is just not... You do not run a company like that. And, Connery, you really should be ashamed of yourself by making pretty terrible films and being pushy about what content goes and what doesn't. And being pushy about Joanne 44 and removing the South Park stuff and replacing it with a cringy clip from Oscar and Otto, your only original creation. So, that was an ad on my phone. So, just be careful when you join an MCN, because sometimes they're probably not trustworthy. So, take care. Bye.